You must seek medical attention immediately. For my dear child, if you have faith in angels, begin this video and watch it in its entirety. The angel states that the night has become increasingly quiet around you recently, and yet within this silence, something is calling your name in ways that you can no longer ignore. You have perceived it, the shadow that expands when the lights are off, the discomfort that arises uninvited, the whisper in your chest that seems to intensify each time you attempt to sleep it away. You have convinced yourself it is nothing. You have tried to negotiate with it through hope and distraction. However, heaven has been observing with full awareness. The angels have inscribed your name on a page of urgency, and the trumpet has already sounded once softly in the halls of light. Your spirit, tethered to your flesh, can no longer conceal what is unfolding within, even though you gaze into the mirror and murmur to yourself that everything is fine. Your soul has already perceived the storm within your body, and it trembles when you feign that it isn't there. For something is there, something is moving more swiftly now. What you once dismissed as insignificant is becoming louder, sharper, more undeniable. This message is not one of fear but of divine truth, for love conveys the truth even when it shakes the earth beneath the one it cherishes. You are not abandoned, you are not alone. However, time is not waiting, nor is what is developing inside you. A date has been circled in heaven, a moment is approaching, and in that moment, a decision must be made. The air surrounding you may feel ordinary today, but within the divine clock, this moment is not merely any moment. The days have been marked, and this message did not arrive by chance. You were destined to receive it now because something within you is becoming more urgent. You have observed the signs, you have sensed the pulsing truth behind your rib cage. You have caught glimpses of what you dared not name, but heaven has witnessed it completely, and heaven is imploring you not to disregard it any longer lightly. It was sent with the weight of eternal love, with the tenderness of a father who cannot bear to watch his beloved drift into silence while the body cries out for help. You need to see a doctor urgently because it is growing faster, and when those words come, do not let them slip by like vapor in the air. Do not let them blend into your day as though they were anything less than divine intervention. Your body, sacred and fearfully made, is raising a red flag, not to punish you but to awaken you. It is not just a symptom anymore. It is not just a passing thing. It is a fire beneath the surface, and it will not extinguish itself left alone. It will grow until it consumes what you love, but with the right eyes on it, the right hands upon it, the right wisdom around it, there is still time to turn the page. This is not punishment, this is mercy knocking on the door before the storm arrives. You must remember how many times grace has found you in the hidden hours, how many times the thread almost snapped and yet something pulled you back. That same grace is reaching again, but now it is through the voice of science, the wisdom of healers, the gift of those who know how to walk into the body and bring answers from its trembling. This too is holy, this too is love in action, and this too is urgent. There is something beneath your skin that is not supposed to be there, and it has known this for weeks. It has been growing without your permission. It has taken up space where peace once lived, and still you rise and smile, still you keep the appointments, still you laugh when no one is looking too closely. But the angels have seen behind the mask. The angels have wept when you pretended you didn't notice the change, and they have rushed now to deliver this, because silence will not save you. This time you have waited long enough. This isn't about weakness. This isn't about failure. This is about the divine mystery of a body calling out and a God who still answers. It is not wrong to need help. It is not shameful to be hurting. What is dangerous is to continue as though nothing is happening while what is happening becomes irreversible. The heavens are aligned with your recovery, but the first step is yours. If you do not move now, there may come a day when movement is no longer yours to choose. There is something forming inside that you cannot see with your eyes, but your body knows it. It has been signaling you through pain, through fatigue, through strange discomforts that didn't seem to fit into any category, and you told yourself it was nothing because the world needed you to keep functioning. You kept moving forward while your own temple cried out in warning. You must listen now. You must look beyond pride and fear and silence. You must choose your own life as something sacred again, because it is not just about the pain. It is about what the pain is pointing to. It is about what has decided to multiply inside of you without your permission. And there is a window, a small one, where intervention still carries promise, but that window is narrowing by the day. There is someone waiting on the other side of your doctor's door who has been prepared divinely to see what you cannot see. Someone whose hands will recognize what must be done. Someone whose training years in the making was destined to intersect with your timeline for this very purpose. Do not delay this meeting. Do not reschedule the whisper of divine timing. Some healings come from prayer, yes, but some come from people sent to you with knowledge wrapped in white coats and stethoscopes. This is no less sacred. This too is holy ground. You were never expected to face this alone, and though fear may rise, do not let it rain. Though anxiety may whisper that it's better not to know, do not give it the final word, because what you fear will destroy you, but what you face may save you. You are not being punished, you are being rescued, but rescue only works when the one being rescued agrees to reach back. There is something heaven is watching within your body right now, and it is moving quickly. The rhythm of your heartbeat has changed. The clarity in your eyes is fading. At times you forget things you once held clearly. These are not accidents, these are signs, and the divine has chosen now to show you that what is invisible is no longer staying hidden. Your soul knows, your dreams have shown you even in sleep the body warns. This is the moment where pretending becomes a kind of quiet betrayal and still grace lingers. Still love calls your name without condemnation. The path toward healing is opening, but you must take the step. You must stop telling yourself that other things are more important. Nothing is more important than this, to preserve the life God has wrapped around your soul, to protect the temple that carries your spirit, to acknowledge that something isn't right, and then to find out what it is before it becomes too late to ask. You were made for more than this. Silence. There are people who need you to live. There are words only you can speak. There is a light in you that has not yet finished its work, but that light will be smothered if the shadows within are not confronted. You do not need to be brave alone. The holy ones are circling you. Now their wings tremble with urgency. They see what you cannot, and they are ready to open the door, but only if you choose to walk through it. This is a crossroads in disguise. It looks like a decision about an appointment, but it is actually a choice between drifting further from health or walking into a divine moment of intervention. Do not mistake it. This is the hour. Your body is sacred. Listen to it. The strange sensation that comes and goes, the pressure that didn't used to be there, the swelling that seems harmless until it isn't, the blood that surprises you, the fatigue that doesn't match your schedule. All of it is language. Your body is crying out in ways that your soul recognizes, but your mind tries to deny. But denial has never been your salvation. Truth has the truth is that there is something living where it should not be, something that takes energy without giving it back, something that will not stop on its own. It must be found, it must be named, it must be addressed, and there is still time, but not much. You have heard the message, you have read the line. It will echo now until you move, and if you choose to delay, it will return again, but next time with greater urgency. Do not wait for that. Choose yourself. Now you are not being overdramatic, you are being warned by love itself. Heaven never sends a message like this without reason, and though others may not see what you feel, you must trust what your body is saying. This is real, this is serious, and this is your moment to rise. Make the call, book the appointment, ask the questions, let them scan what needs to be seen, let them name what has remained hidden. It is not too late, but soon it could be. God sees you. God is not angry with you, but God is not silent now either, and this message is the proof. Let it move you. Let it carry you past denial into decision. Let it stir something fierce and loving inside you, because that is what it was sent to do. Will you listen now, my beloved child? Then stay still now, not in your body but in your spirit, and let these next words pour into the empty places you've tried to ignore. You must understand this message isn't meant to wound you or weigh you down, but to lift you from a fate that tries to call itself your future the illness, yes, call it, that has already written one chapter, but the pen has not left your hand. There is still time to author the rest of this story, but you must move while the ink is still wet and the light still shines upon the pages of what's possible. The light you felt it fade a little, haven't you? Mornings that used to bring a sense of strength now seem to mock you with their weight. You push yourself out of bed not with the joy you once had, but out of obligation, out of force, and your body, faithful, beautiful, holy, no longer sings in alignment, it groans in silence, it cacks when you're alone. The signs are loud in the language of the soul, but you've been taught to hush them, and that silence, it is costing you more than you know. Still there is hope, still your name has not been erased from the book of restoration. Still angels gather with names of physicians you haven't yet met, men and women trained by divine wisdom, skilled with instruments. Heaven trusts souls who were born for moments like yours. They will not only see what is wrong, they will know how to fight it, but they can't do that if you do not let them. You must show up, you must let them see. The spirit can hide 1,000 wounds behind a smile, but the body cannot. The body always tells the truth. So what if someone says you're overreacting? Let them. So what if the diagnosis is terrifying? Knowing is the beginning of recovery. So what if it's something rare? You were never made to be common. You are precious, and what grows inside you that does not belong is trespassing against the sanctuary of your being. The divine cannot and will not allow that to go unchallenged, but the miracle you long for will not come through passive waiting, it will come through obedience to the quiet command now ringing in your bones. Go, there are people waiting for you on the other side of this decision, people who will one day tell their own stories and mention your name. Say how you taught them what courage looks like when your knees are shaking and your voice cracks, but you go anyway. You don't even realize how many are watching quietly, praying you'll choose to fight, praying you'll choose you. If you'd like to donate or show your appreciation, you can give a super thanks up to $100. You are not weak, you are not late, you are not being punished, you are being called. Your body was created in a garden of divine intention. It was spoken into existence with light and purpose, formed from stardust and breath. So it makes sense that heaven mourns when anything foreign tries to invade that holy ground. And yes, what is growing within you is foreign. It is not part of the original design. It must be confronted. It must be met with both spiritual and physical wisdom. You cannot pray this away alone, but that does not mean prayer is not part of your healing. It is. Pray as you walk into the clinic. Pray as they place the cold instruments upon your skin. Pray as you hear the hard words that might fall like stones, and then let prayer carry you into the decisions you'll need to make. Don't hide behind false strength. Don't tell yourself you're being brave by ignoring it. True bravery is facing what you fear and choosing to heal anyway. Even now, heaven is preparing the room Even now, a receptionist is unknowingly scheduling an appointment that could change your life. Even now, a doctor is flipping through a chart not knowing your name yet, but will. Even now, angels are wrapping themselves around the very building you need to walk into, but you must walk. You must not let days pass. You must not wait for the pain to scream when heaven whispers. It is always best to respond. Before the winds rise, you have already been given too many warnings, the dreams, the signs, the tightness in your chest, the small traces of something off, and that inner voice, that holy voice inside you, it's been pleading for you to act. This is your confirmation. This is the final gentle push before the knock becomes a cry. Let your loved ones know. Tell someone you trust. Let them go with you. You do not need to do this in isolation. Isolation is the lie illness uses to grow stronger. Connection is the cure love uses to open doors. The same spirit that brought you this message is also preparing your way. Do not let fear delay you another moment. What if the healing is on the other side of this very act of obedience? What if you are being called to this moment because this is when heaven has decided to turn it around? You've been carrying too much for too long and your body is showing the strain. There are things you haven't told anyone and they are manifesting physically. The stress, the sorrow, the pressure, it is all feeding the thing inside that must be stopped, but that too can begin to reverse if you choose now to act. And when the nurse calls your name and you walk into that fluorescent room, know this heaven is walking with you. You are not just a patient, you are a divine being in a human vessel, loved beyond words, being fought for in realms unseen. Every test they run is watched by the one who made you. Every result is held by the one who sees all endings and beginnings, even if the diagnosis is not what you hoped. Remember this early truth is better than late hope. Early action is better than delayed regret. If you move now, the outcome may be radically different than if you wait. Do not gamble with your future. Do not play games with your health. You are too loved to be so careless with the gift of your life. This message is not for later, it is for now. No more pretending, no more maybe next week, no more ignoring the knot that rises when you lie. Still the truth is calling you, and with it so is healing. What's growing inside you is not only physical, there is spiritual urgency too. Something in the spirit world is pressing in, wanting to remind you that your body is the last battlefield and that every lie telling you it's nothing is part of a deeper strategy to make you sit still while something dangerous multiplies in the dark. But now the light has entered and darkness cannot continue once the light arrives. So act like your life depends on it, because in ways you cannot fully see it. Thus you will never regret facing the truth, but you may regret ignoring this one sacred warning. There are still days ahead for you, filled with laughter, purpose, healing, and renewal. You are meant to reach those days, but the path to them begins now. Will you go? Will you trust? Will you listen, not to fear but to Love the Holy One has spoken, once he will not shout. Again, this is your moment, choose it.